Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy. I don't know why, but when you started it, I jumped.
Oh. It is somewhat of that. Tonight, for those who are on the West Coast, if you happen to be listening to this either live or on the same day, we have ourselves a solstice, where we are going to see the moon at its utmost largest tonight. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, go and take a peek out your window whenever you get a chance. This motherfucker
No,
big.
on that side of the house.
Oh, okay, yeah. It'll be more toward the... From where you're sitting, probably toward the strip.
Yeah, that explains why I can't see it. My window faces north.
No. Oh. Well, at least you don't get a lot of, direct sunlight, so that's not bad.
Oh no, I love it, dude. This room, is the perfect room in the house.
Yeah, probably during the summer, too.
Yeah, my last place, the big old window in the master bedroom, come 8 a.m., you were cooking.
Ugh. But then, during the nighttime, probably nothing. Dark as hell.
Yeah, well, no, because we saw the strip of it.
Oh. Ew. Drinking anything special?
I got a Starbucks.
You got a Starbucks?
Yeah, I had a bad couple of days, and a friend sent me a Starbucks gift card to kind of cheer me up, and it was very sweet of them. And so, yeah, I got a Starbucks.
Right.
It may or may not be my second one of the day because he sent the gift card, and then I was like, "What? It looks like I'm caffeinated."
Fair enough. As for me, I've got my OG Peace Tea Razzleberry. They stopped selling my Snowberry, and that's kind of making me angry.
All right, we'll burn the place down.
We'll see. We'll give him a
We'll
chance.
write a strongly worded email.
I talked to the owner. I was like, "Hey, yo, give me my tea. It's the only one I fucking drink. It's medium on sugar. It doesn't fucking give me the shakes, and it tastes delicious, ice cold. Fuck you. Pay me."
So I've gotten real bad over the years about not putting sodas in. And so there's a bunch in the fridge right now, and I went and I grabbed one, and immediately made my teeth hurt. I so was not prepared for how cold the soda was going to be because I've just been drinking room temperature soda for so long.
I'm now at the point where I have to have sodas cold. I can't, or either that or on ice. I refuse to have it.
I used to frost a cup.
That's a good idea.
And then pour it in there. Yeah, that was a
watered
big deal
down.
too. Yeah.
Oh,
I got horchata the other night at Roberto's, and the guy's like, "Do you want ice?" And well, I water it down, and then I drank it, and I'm like, "Holy crap! I am so glad I said no because this horchata is practically fucking water."
horchata.
It was not a great horchata.
I'm super white. I don't know what that is.
It's made from rice. It's a drink made from rice. And it's got cinnamon in it. It's really good, but you're iffy on cinnamon, so it's not spicy.
No,
it's got a good cinnamon.
It's sweetened cinnamon, I would assume, kind of like a
yeah.
Eggnog minus eggs.
Kind of.
Okay.
It's good. But I was the people I was with, one of them had never had horchata. He's like, "Oh, is it good?" I was like, "Not this one. This can't be your first horchata."
That's fair.
Because this is going to make you think that horchata is bad, but horchata is really good. This is just not a good horchata.
You really enjoy making people's first experiences of very specific things, quote unquote, perfect. You don't
Kinda, yeah.
You don't like giving the low end when the low end is right in front of you. You're like, no. You don't want this. You want this.
Yeah, that's very true. Because I feel I do that a lot. I made something for dinner here. It was someone's first time having it, and I was like, I don't know, I should be the first one to make this for you because I'm not the best of cooks. I have yet to have beef Wellington, and I want my first time to be at one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants. I know the odds of Gordon cooking it for me are slim to none, but I figure his restaurants are going to serve it the best because it's his favorite dish. So I feel like that's the place to go.
I mean, what is it? It is beef wrapped in pastry, wrapped in
Oh, did with like a mushroom type of sauce,
Yeah,
I
like
think.
an anglaise. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that hard, but they say it's super difficult to get right.
But even if it wasn't, it's like one of those things like, like you go to like the place that's gonna have the best, you know?
Yeah.
Like if Willy Wonka was real, you go to his chocolate factory, not the other dude's.
Uh, oh
I
God,
can't think of his name. Is it with an S?
Smugsworth.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. There is a few things that I think I would be like, hey, instead of this, try this first if you have the time, effort, money, potential, rather than something I would make or something.
For instance, if I was at dinner at the White House during this current presidency and they said we have cake for dessert or ice cream, I'm going with ice cream because Biden's obsessed.
Cake or death?
You gotta go with the with what you know is gonna be good.
That's fair.
Like Adam Sandler asks you if you want to go do something for the day, and he mentions basketball. You're probably gonna go do the basketball thing because you know how much of a fan he is.
Is he? I never knew.
Mm. Oh yeah, that's a huge thing. People could regularly run into him in LA, like playing at like random parks and shit.
Huh. Huh. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Starting off our news, kind of interesting. The Humble Choice rolled over, and Midnight Suns Digital Deluxe Edition is their front runner for this month. $70, and you're getting it for 12 if you happen to want to get it. Seeing as Quincy already owns it, this one might be one that I give away. It also comes with the Doctor Strange Defender skin, which I don't know the significance of skins within Midnight
They are
Suns.
purely cosmetic.
They're purely cosmetic. Okay.
Purely cosmetic.
I was okay with Midnight Suns. An overly tactical style game that didn't click with me. I don't think I gave it a fair shot though. How far are you in
Um,
Midnight Suns?
I am very far in Midnight Suns. The problem is that I like the game so much and I'm enjoying things so much that a lot of the times I'm not progressing the story. I'm continuing to just go out and do bullshit missions so that I have more to play. Um, but I'm pretty far into it. I don't know for sure on like percentage wise. I feel like maybe I'm at a halfway point, maybe a little further. Um, we've done something in the game that they thought was impossible. Um, but I do very much enjoy this game.
2 Point Campus. I really enjoy 2 Point Hospital, so 2 Point Campus might be another one that I pop into. It really simplifies the simulation and the management of it all. Don't go in expecting a serious or difficult style of simulation. It's not bad. Origami, the sequel, Origami 2, play this game. This one's a really fun game. When it left Game Pass, I was kind of bummed out. But I already,
It's the one where you sneak around all
yeah,
the time.
yeah, it's a
Okay,
better Thief in my opinion. Um,
gotcha.
OTXO, which is Ocho, or I think it's Osho. I'm unsure of the direct pronunciation, but it is a black and white with blood red tinge Hotline Miami clone, which I really enjoy Hotline Miami. This one doesn't look very much far off. Probably gonna download it and beat the shit out of it. Rogue Book. This one's a bit of an odd one. It seems like it's directly ripping off Slay the Spire, and by directly ripping off, I mean it looks like it is assets on assets ripping off Slay the Spire.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's a good thing, a bad thing, but I mean, I'm always here for roguelites with deck building elements. This one, the Red Lantern, where a dog sled race team is having to traverse through, I forget where you're traversing through, Alaska. And you are surviving. You are living. You are just trying to get to the next town. And there's actual hunting mechanics. There's survivalism mechanics, trying to make sure your dogs are okay. It's a very interesting game that you don't really expect. It's got a lot of mechanics that one would not figure out in a game, period. I might grab this one. This one does seem like an interesting venture, but I don't know how long I'll stick around it because there's a lot on my plate right now. Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I've taken a break from playing pretty much anything at the moment. There's just been so much going on in life. But today I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna play some Baldur's Gate again for the first time probably since right around Christmas. Um, and I booted it up and immediately got a phone call from my that made me have to rush out of the house.
Oh.
And so I'm like, I just want to go and scum save. I mean, I just want to go and play the game.
That is playing the game.
That's how I play the game. What's wild is as much time as I'm spending looking under every fucking rock and scum saving for every fucking thing. I just watched a TikTok where a lady outlined every way you can do with the Goblin Camp in the first part of the game. And half of those I never realized were fucking options and involved things that I have not found.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, holy shit, this game.
Larian knows how to make a game. Like, there's a character you can knock out in the first act. You'll run into at the end of the second act, and they can become a companion. Like, there's a lot to do with it.
I have yet to find the dog.
Scratch?
Yeah.
He's in Act 1. If you found Karlach, I believe he's near where you found Karlach. A little bit to the west-ish. He's near a dead body. That's the best I can give you, just in case you see the dead body, but you're like, what's this dead body doing here? But you don't see a dog. Might as well give you that little bit.
Gotcha.
I don't know how to properly explain this game. It's a goat simulator in hell. That's probably the best way I could really put it. Because it is very confusing. It is very loud, very sporadic, odd. A bit odd. I don't know how to really explain
the imagery is okay. The imagery is something else. Yeah, I think you probably hit the nail on the head. So it's called Hell Pie?
Hell Pie. And you play Nate, a demon who is of the 8th sin, which is bad taste, and you are basically just surviving your way through hell to get out by saving your cherub friend. A lot of blood, a lot of vomit. Going expecting a crude story, but from what I've understood, it's not a bad game. So, the last one on this list, I both really like this game and really loathe this game. Twin Mirror. It is a good thriller story, almost Alan Wake levels of thriller, but I've read the synopsis of this one. It will leave it falling flat. So there is a lot of fun here, but you'll be let down in the end. I'm probably going to go through it again myself and see about it, but I'm not going to hold it high. I'm not going to put a lot of effort into it. We'll see. But all of it for $12, that ain't bad. And you also get a friend code for Origami 2 because Origami 2 is co-op. So you get 75% off in case you need to buy another copy, or just spend another $12, get them a copy. Just saying. You also get, of course, your 20% off discount in the Humble store, where they're still having their winter solstice sale. There's a lot of sales still going on in there. And this one is sale. This also helps out Hello World, which I believe is a new charity, which helps get education with hard-to-reach communities, such as smaller towns and otherwise. Solar-powered internet stations to make sure people stay online, as well as get internet to folk who are just out in the rural part of the countries, as well as providing access to world-class educational software. So a lot of people are going to be learning. Adobe has done a few things to make their stuff a lot more cheaper and accessible, just so that way they can get their shit out there worldwide. I'm kind of impressed with Adobe lately, and I'll go into that later on when we talk about something else. Skadoo. Another thing.
I love that. Real quick, I love that it was called Hello World, because that's like the first thing you learn in coding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just such a cute little name for those that like know, you know.
Yeah. My first thing was just a callback to basically re-register 1, 2, 3, 4, and it was just a counting machine. I didn't do the Hello World.
Gotcha.
But that would have probably been a lot more on the nose for me if I did the Hello.
On the nosy.
Quincy and I really like our old school animations, as I mentioned last week by watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles '87, and his enjoyment of older Batmans and whatnot.
Huge with me.
Yeah. Heroes of Film and Television, in support of UNICEF, a very powerful charity, has built together this 17-game interesting video game bundle that some look good, others don't look so good, but it's all for the support of charity. Got no problem with that. Justice League Cosmic Chaos. I've seen this one. It looks like it would have been very fun if I was like 13, 14, around that time. Now I would probably pick it up and be like, what am I doing? What are we doing here? I'm glad that some of these have like 2-player co-op, as well as they're even pushing Star Trek. And for younger folk to learn Star Trek is kind of cool in my... Because when did you start getting into Star Trek?
I was definitely an adult.
Yeah, because...
Like, I always knew Star Trek... Well, okay, I guess that's not entirely fair. I always knew Star Trek was a thing. And I did watch the J.J. Abrams movie when it first came out, and I was, a teenager around then. But, like, for me, like, it's been the last couple of years where I actually sat down and I watched entire shows of Star Trek.
But let me pause the music on this. This actually looks kind of neat. A neat little Baldur's Gate style, wander around, talk to people, Mass Effect-y, your decisions make a difference. I kind of like it. It looks like a fun little beat-em-up storytelling game, which you don't really get too much of in the Star Trek, because I can only think of 3 Star Trek games, and they're all like simulations. There's no like story-based game like this. It's interesting, but it is very childish. It is very simplistic, and
yeah, I don't think I've really played any Star Trek games. No, I'm thinking about it.
Have you ever played an Addams Family game?
The Uncle Fester one on the Nintendo.
Yeah, I also have. This one is to commemorate, I assume, their latest release, and it's once again another little top-down beat-em-up with the entire family involved. I don't rightly know very much about the Addams Family. I've only seen the first 2 movies, the original and Family Values, and then that was it. I didn't watch the animated series. I didn't catch anything, so it just, I don't know. Addams Family to me, not much, but this looks like...
I watched here and there episodes of the original show, here and there episodes of the animated series, especially when they showed up on Scooby-Doo. The first 2 movies, like you said, I've watched all of Wednesday.
How was it?
It was good. I enjoyed it. It was very different than what I thought it was going to be, but I enjoyed it.
Oh.
Let's see. I have not watched the 2 new animated films. I was a little annoyed with them at first, and so I didn't give them a shot. Because it was because of those films being made that that lady that was doing the Adult Wednesday Addams sketches on YouTube got the cease and desist, and they took her stuff down.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I mean, I like Addams Family. I'm a fan of Addams Family. I mean, Raul Julia was amazing. Aston, as the original Gomez, was amazing. Um, and even like the current Gomez is great. I can't think of his name. Hispanic gentleman. Seen him in a lot of movies.
I couldn't
Oh,
tell
it's on the
you.
tip of my tongue. I don't know who voiced him for the new animated thing. I know that Snoop Dogg was Cousin It, but I can get my phone to work. I'll tell you, and I'm gonna kick myself in the ass because I know this guy's name.
This looks so rough.
Yep, fucking Luis Guzman, and I fucking knew it.
Ah. Yeah,
What is this? What are we
this
looking
is
at? Jumanji, the video game?
Jumanji, the video game that is from the movie, where you have people that, of course, look like Jack Black, The Rock. Oh, speaking of which, The Rock came back.
Yeah, I saw that.
Eh.
Jack Black, The Rock, Kevin Hart, and Karen Gillian, by the way, for the cast.
Yes.
Why I could think of that, but I couldn't think of Luis.
Eh.
My fucking brain. Although technically he's Dwayne Johnson, not The Rock.
Dwayne.
Dwayne the Johnson Rock.
Dwayne Johnson. Rock. And then there's a really good Adventure Time
Rock Johnson.
There is a good Adventure Time game in here, because I heard this shit was fun as fuck for any age. Have you been into Adventure Time lore or anything like that?
I watched a few episodes here or there. I don't have anything against the show. I just never actually sat down and watched the show. I know some of the big things. I know about Vampire and Princess Bubblegum and whatnot.
Because shit gets dark, and in the current run of what's going on, yeah, nah, shit's depressing. But there's a good Adventure Time. There's also a nice little beat 'em up style Transformers game. They made it look really good compared to, oh hey, it's XCOM. XCOM for kids. Like, what? I believe it involves all of the original Transformers as well as the Beast Wars ones, which is like the
Beast Wars?
Yeah, just the OG Beast Wars, and then there was one more that they also include. Also, the last one I'll mention, Fast and Furious. I have.
Which Fast and Furious? Is this the real bad one?
This is the real bad one.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the really rough. You can't lose unless you are just not good at the game. It has minimal controls. It is just not. It's bad. It's bad. Really bad. Luckily, you get a whole bunch of other really good games. $15, not bad. It helps out UNICEF, which makes all children, any children underneath the UNICEF banner, a potential to get a full scholarship, a good loving home if they are on their own. It helps out communities build better, bigger structures. UNICEF is just one that makes sure that kids and, well, hell, even their parents are getting just the structure they need to continue living. This one helps out specifically the United Kingdom committee of it, but I don't foresee it not helping the entire world, just because UNICEF is worldwide. And the last one I'm going to very briefly touch over with the Humble Bundle, just because it is a little bit raunchy. A bunch of comics from Jimmy Palmiotti with Garth Ennis, Justin Gray, and Amanda Conner. Now, to those who know me, they know that I like Garth Ennis. Great artist. Some of their stuff looks a little rough, but, it's not bad. There is a few things in this that is not safe for work. Hell, even the previews are not safe for work, so be very cautious. $18 gets you these 21 items, and there's a few in here that I would probably go out of my way to get, such as G.I. Zombie, Trigger Girl, and maybe Denver. But there is a lot here. Wrestling with Demons did have an interesting cue, but the early of the book, the preview they give you, doesn't give you a goddamn thing. So I don't know too much about that. Can't go any further down because there is some not safe for what it covers. This one helps out the original WWF, the World Wildlife Fund, and it is $18 for 21 items. Not bad.
My brain's broken. I immediately went to Foundation.
Foundation or Federation?
I went Foundation. I
Oh.
guess Federation would have been the more proper thing with it. Or not proper, but
I missed the wrestling version of WWF. That was when shit was really nice. I mean, Attitude Era still takes over, but, say la vie.
right.
Another little tiny thing we don't really talk about too much. Fanatical. This one has a Prestige Collection Build Your Own Bundle Winter Special. And the only reason why we're mentioning this is because there's a lot of really good fucking games in here for pretty inexpensive. Death Stranding, Ghostwire Tokyo, Disco fucking Elysium, Control Ultimate Edition, which comes with the Ebb and what the fuck's the other DLC called? The Foundation and Awe. That's it. Ace Attorney Trilogy, which is all three of those really beautiful games. Resident Evil 3, Shantae and the Seven Sirens, which is the latest of the Shantae games. Fallout 76, The Pit Deluxe Edition. A Plague Tale Innocence, which I think is the first one. Is that the first one? Because I think the second one's Requiem, right?
I think so, yeah.
Ghost Runner, which is a fantastic first-person platformer. The Forgotten City. Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries. It's a bit rough, but I recommend it. Hammerwatch, a pretty nice-looking roguelite. Gordian Quest, I don't know much about. Greedfall, got a lot of hate early on, but it's doing better now. The Entropy Center, which is a game I got, I think, last month on Humble Bundle. I have it downloaded, haven't really touched it. Oops. Sprawl. Now, you want a good first-person boomer shooter? This one's a good one for this year. Sprawl's great. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, if you like Symphony of the Dead, there you go. Necromunda, Hired Gun, another one of these very strange first-persons. This one's a bit rough on lower-end PCs. Dismantle, spelled funny. This one seems like it's a Project Zomboid offshoot, which I'm not too mad about. I do like Project Zomboid, so it's great that you can destroy any piece of anything. Homebody, which is made by the Game Grumps crew, and it's about folk coming home after college and finding out that there's a few things missing. Controls just like what the fuck was it? Alone in the Dark. The original Alone in the Dark. Ship of Fools. This one just looks like a nice little futz around game. It confused me when I was reading through it, just because I don't know what I'm looking at in some of these screenshots. It looks like a roguelite. Looks fun. Probably not my cup, though. Spin Rhythm XD, another one of these rhythm games. There's a lot of rhythm games popping out now. So, if you're a fan of rhythm ones, there you go. A little puzzle platformer that is beautiful, 16/32-bit. I might want to grab this one, just because, I mean, the games are a little pricey, but this one might be worth it. Ascento Corsa Competizione. I don't know, we already have Forza. Forza does better as far as, and this one doesn't really feel much better. That's just my opinion of this generic. Sunday Gold. I don't know what this game wants to be, because it has hints of being story-rich, point-and-click adventure, but also like turn-based RPG, fighting. It is very nice. It looks like it has a mystery involved, and I'm here for its art style. I just don't know what to think of it right now. Double Dragon, Gaiden, and Chernobylite are both sold out, so this stuff has sold all through. But Double Dragon Gaiden, not my favorite. I would go back and play the originals. And Chernobylite, if I recall, the Chernobylite was a third-person survival horror with some like crafting elements. It seemed fine, but not my cut. But 2 of these games for $15. 3 for $22, 5 for $35, and 7 for $48. That's not bad.
That's pretty damn good.
That is pretty damn good. And you still have about a week and a day left. Go and get you some really great ass games. And if you get 3 games, which 3 are you probably gonna get?
Scroll down the list a little bit so I can see the full thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is that a lot of the ones I would get, I already own.
Mm.
Keep going.
That's fair.
Is that everything, or?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah. If I didn't already own it, Resident Evil would be on this list. This would probably be a good way to try Death Stranding, so maybe toss that in there. Ghostwire Tokyo would be on this list because of how much you've talked about it. Disco Elysium.
Oh yeah. I love Disco Elysium.
That's probably the main core of my list there. 76 I do enjoy. But yeah, so I mean I already have Resident Evil 3, I already have 6, I have access to Ghostwire Tokyo. I have access to Control. I had access to Greedfall, I don't know if it's still there.
I also don't know if it's still there. I want to say they gave it away as a game with gold, but I don't remember. My 3 would probably be Sprawl, Homebody, and Shantae. Yeah, because most of these other ones we have through other means or I already own. Because Ghost Runner I already own. Ghostwire Tokyo I already own. Control through that. Death Stranding I have no interest for. Sprawl looks so fucking good. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This shit looks great. Scud do. But luckily, over on Game Pass, we're getting ourselves a shit ton of very good games to start off this new year. Some of them we already own, but to those who don't own them, this would be good for you. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right off the cut. A lot of people didn't like Valhalla, just because it was a lot of empty open space and a lot of traversing. I don't mind that in a game like Valhalla.
I didn't finish it, but I also didn't finish the last like 2 or 3 of those that I bought. So
that's fair. Close to the Sun, which interested me a while back. I was very interested in this game, and I'm glad that I get to retry it in a controller's guided environment. This one dropped today. Figment, which is a nice little platformy, puzzly, point and click adventure. This one I want to say you have through either games with gold or you already owned it somehow. Because I remember seeing this one.
which one?
Figment. This one up here.
I don't remember that one.
Either that or I own it. Even still. Resident Evil 2, which I was not expecting that little handshake to happen. An EA Play Super Mega Baseball 4, which is the arcadey style of baseball. Not really too big a fan of baseball. Those Who Remain, which is a interesting thriller adventure. Don't know too much about that one either. We Happy Few. I played the shit out of We Happy Few. And
Played a little bit of it when we had the game preview, but I didn't get too far.
yeah, now that it's finished, I think I should go back to it because there's a lot in that game that I never wrapped up with. And lastly, Hell Let Loose, which puts you in a soldier's position in World War II. And those kind of games are very hit or miss. I've heard a lot of great from Hell Let Loose, so we'll probably check it out when it drops. But that's where we're getting this month in Game Pass. Holy fuck. You had mentioned that you didn't have a Switch, but if you did have a Switch, would you get Super Mario RPG?
I might be open to it.
I love this game. I love it on the SNES. I would play it, the new one, right now. It's already out and about, and it looks good. It one for one plays out just like the original. Has nothing changed except for textures. And I love that. I love that they are keeping the spirit of this game whole. But that's all I wanted to say about it. Speaking of the spirit of the game whole, I don't know what they're doing with The Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I watched the 15-minute gameplay trailer while we were setting up, and it looks fine, but I just don't know why we didn't go back to like the 3D beat 'em up style of Sands of Time, The Two Thrones, the third game that I can't remember, Something Within. Like, those ones were fun. Those ones were fine. The 2D platforming ones that I think no one's gonna really... I don't think a lot of people are gonna buy this one. And, I mean, it's gonna be $25. It's fine. It's worth the cost. But who wants a 2D platformer that isn't Ori? That isn't Guacamelee? That isn't something we've already gotten in a better form? That's my little take on it. You haven't played any of the Prince of Persias, though, have you?
They have them now. A new game in the franchise definitely come across interesting to me, but I can't really weigh in.
Also, thank you. So this is an IGN thing on Game Trailers YouTube.
Interesting.
So thanks IGN and Game Trailers. But I don't know. I want to see a little bit more. Like, the 15-minute gameplay was very stock finish, and the same problem that you have, I have, where if you don't know how to play the game, don't play the game. Don't try and showcase a game to me that doesn't look fun. Let's go do. So we were talking about the next and upcoming games of 2024 and what we're excited for. I'm excited for this one. Graven. A first-person shooter that has storytelling elements, a stealth system, RPG elements wrapped in, a full day-night cycle, a reputation system. The only downside with its early access is it is mixed. It is 68% positive because it is just that early. Things are slowly looking better for it, but this is one that I'm going to keep my eyes on. I'm hoping that when it finishes, things will be positive and better. Also Wrath, but I already own Wrath. How many first-person role-playing games, aside from, like, Skyrim, have you played?
Fallouts.
Oh, yes, okay, Fallouts.
Would you count Far Cry? I mean,
yeah, I get
person, but you don't really. I mean,
get
there's
skill
kind of a
trees
skill tree.
And then there was like side quests to do hunts. Yeah, I'll count it. Yeah, I'll count it.
Okay, so yeah, there's that. BioShock.
BioShock, definitely. Okay, I've completely forgot about BioShock.
I didn't get very far, but Mass Effect.
Mass Effect is rough. Mass Effect, I will say, is a little rough, but I do like it.
I can think of at the top of my head. Dead Island?
Dead Island is fine. Dead Island 2 not, or Dead Island, what was it? Riptide. Not fun. Did you play Riptide?
I did not.
Okay, I don't. Don't waste
I
your time.
barely played Dead Island.
Really? No.
Yeah, I didn't get very far into it. It wasn't the game I thought it was.
Oh.
Which,
That's fair.
doesn't make it a bad game, but definitely made it something that I didn't latch on to.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's all I can really think of.
Yeah, that seems to be the year for first person or even third person role playing games with like actual storytelling elements. And I'm here for all of them. It's just I hope none of them are terrible. But speaking of storytelling through beating the shit out of things, Tekken 8 is going to be releasing in a little bit, and I'm going to be getting it. I'm going to be trying to get back my old roots, getting back into the fighting games. Playing the demo really got me hype. You only get 4 characters in the demo, and it's an endless demo. It loads so good, so crispy. The moves are nice. I'm here for it. I'm gonna be getting it. Yeah. It also has something unseen until recently called excessive colorblind mode, where your opponent has vertical lines and you have horizontal lines, so that way you will never lose track of your character. I watched the full gameplay of this. It seems fine. It is very disorienting for those who do not have colorblind disability or otherwise, but I did not get confused on who was who. So this does seem like a good one.
There was a funny moment last night. I was out playing pool with a friend, and there was a moment of realization where I kept calling the balls by their numbers, and then they go, "Wait a minute. That's why you use the numbers, because of your color deficiency."
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, it kind of. I grasp onto the numbers long before I grasp onto the color, so kind of.
You firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it.
And then the last one
close to describe my
on...
sex life.
Huh?
What? Special close to describe my sex life.
Oh, yeah, firmly grasp. And the last one on my list that I'm kind of excited for in the near future is Helldivers 2. I fucking love Helldivers. And Helldivers 2 is going to be one where I could see myself spending a lot of time. I wish there was a little more gameplay trailer instead of like pre-render. But February 8th, not too far away. I can probably watch someone play a little bit before thinking about getting it on Steam. Now, as far as gaming with you, what are you excited for?
Well, I wanted to, before I get into necessarily what I'm excited for, I want to point out a few things that maybe have slipped by your radar or that you forgot about. This seems to be the year for remakes or re-releases or something along those lines. So we got a lot of things. So we got we got the Ace Attorney trilogy, coming back. We've got they're remaking Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
Wasn't a big fan, but I get the appeal.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
That's a whole new story.
Is it a whole new story?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It being 7 made me think it was a remake. So.
Yeah, it's just the characters of 7.
Gotcha. The new Alone in the Dark.
Now that I want more of, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say I'm excited for it yet.
They're doing an anniversary edition of Braid.
I like Braid.
What else in the realm of some form of remake or something? Because I think the Star Wars Old Republic has just been completely shit canned now.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
the bounties are going to be probably doing way better anyways. So push everyone from that to bounties. Is that the name of the new Star Wars game? Bounties, right?
No, it's Outlaws.
Outlaws. That's it.
Which that is like one of my top games that I've been anticipating for this year. Although that's being made by a completely different company.
That's fair, but I would
the
say
one that was
still
doing-
sell off all the people that were doing Old Republic, move them over. That game is looking good.
There's an expansion for Elden Ring that's supposed to come out this year.
Oh yeah, Under the Erd
Shadow of
Tree.
yeah.
I don't know. I have fallen so far out of Elden Ring that I don't know if I could recover. I mean, I probably will, but I have to go through it again.
So this is one that's been long rumored, and it looks like it's finally happening this year. And if it does, I am so hyped. Final Fantasy 14 Online coming to Xbox.
You know,
They're talking spring.
that would be a nice little RPG to slide ourselves into. That's a lot of time, though. A lot of time.
Yeah. Hades is supposed to get its sequel this year.
I'm holding out hope that it's going to be this year, but someone told me they're going to push it to next year. It's way too early. That's just my opinion of it. It's gonna be kind of like Dead
Well,
Cells.
it's supposed to drop on PC only first, so
That's fair.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando.
Huh.
It's supposed to be an FPS Bloodfest, is what they're saying.
So another Rise of the Triad. All right, we like it. We like it.
It's supposed to be coming to all most platforms: PlayStation 5, Windows PC, and Xbox Series X with a TBD for this year. I'm still slightly excited for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This game's kind of taking a little longer than I expected, and my hype for it's slowly dying.
It was supposed to be last November, if I recall. Either October or
It
November.
was supposed to be last year. I don't think we had a month. I think there was a lot of assumption around October, November because of Halloween, but I don't think they ever actually confirmed that.
It was still supposed to be last year. That's the fair of it.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, which will be iOS and Android. I'm a little up in the air about that.
I still need to beat 3. Like I
still
made
need to
it
beat 1 and 2.
I made it a quarter of the way through 3, and I was just like, I'll get back to it when I give a damn. Kingdom Hearts has fallen so far out for me.
We're supposed to be getting an HD version of Luigi's Mansion 2 that came out on the 3DS back in 2013.
Okay.
Which should be cool. We're supposed to be getting some new shit for Multiverses.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
Well, because this whole thing that we've had with it, right, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, he's one
Multiverses?
Yeah. No, wait. No, that's the Nickelodeon Brawl one. I'm sorry. I'm getting my fighting games confused. There's so many of them now.
There is. But like this whole thing that we've been doing with Multiverses a couple months, that has all just been beta. So. The new Paper Mario. Maybe I didn't play the original. And then but my big one is Star Wars Outlaws coming out this year. Looking fucking crisp.
Crispy.
I'm also excited for Justice League Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad Justice League. I'm still excited for that. It's definitely still on my list. But I think out of everything, the game I'm probably closest to being hyped for would be Star Wars Outlaws.
That's fair. What am I most? I mean, Tekken's gonna be less than 3 weeks away. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing much after that aside from Outlaws that I'm kind of keeping my eye to the ground for. Everything just seems kind of mid until we get more announcements, trailers, or something like that. Baldur's Gate's going to be keeping a lot of my time, and maybe a little bit of Far Cry, but nothing too much.
I did forget next month we're getting the remasters of the original 3 Tomb Raider games.
Okay, well, okay.
But it's just a remaster, so like it's still gonna be,
the blockies.
yeah. Like I want them to rebuild those games with today's technology. I mean, we all know how talked about it plenty of times because of um Resident Evil. But that's still very much where I'm at. Um I think it's from the people that did Life is Strange. They got a new game coming out. Banisher, Ghosts of the Eden. Is that their new one? Is that them?
I have no clue of that one, but no, they did have Rage and Bloom, which was their 1990 something. Hang out with my friends, stumble onto something crazy, skip ahead 20 years, and now it's time to talk about it. That was their last one. I think it was like Missing Records, something like that.
Oh, I know what you're excited for.
What?
South Park Snow Day.
It looks so shit. It looks so
It
fucking
does.
shit.
It looks so
But
bad.
they said that was very early, and I said, don't show very early. Never ever show very early unless it is something to be proud of. Like when Sean from Happy Games, the developer behind No Man's Sky, showed off their new game at the Video Game Awards. I was like, this shit looks fucking fire. And they were like, this is early. And I said, that's early? You're gonna show me something better than that? Fucking do it. But when you showed me, when we saw Snow Day, Jesus Christ. It looked
Yeah, I
it looked
haven't
like a
seen
mobile
it yet.
game.
Well, I hadn't seen it yet when it was first being talked about, so everyone's like, "Oh, the South Park game looked like shit." And I'm like, "Are we seriously like suddenly gonna take an issue with South Park art? Like South Park has looked like South Park the entire existence." And then I went and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh,
That's rough.
that's what this looks like."
That's rough.
Oh,
That's rough. I mean, I'll probably give it a shot, considering they said it's also going to be on mobile. So if it's free on mobile, why not? And
did you hear that Dreamlight Valley is going mobile?
I'm not mad at that. That actually sounds like a nice little thing to take on the bus with certain folk. They would.
And then we're also finally getting that Star Wars Hunters game that has been supposed to be coming to Nintendo Switch as a free-to-play game for fucking years. That's supposed to finally drop this year.
Oh.
And I think that's going mobile too. I think it's not going to be just Switch like it was originally supposed to be.
Oh. We'll see. Also, I want to point out, while we've been talking, the precipitation chance went from 12 to 38% in the span of our conversation.
It was a very wet day. I stopped and I had some big slices of pizza and just kind of enjoyed the weather after having to do my running around.
I slept. I hate Graveyard, man. Any other gaming things?
I think that's it.
Alright. Shoe news. Adidas and Disney. So, we had a little bit about Disney. What with not just Mickey Mouse, but the earlier rendition of Steamboat Willie's original concept being now public.
Public domain.
Public domain, thank you. And I began to kind of quarrel about that, went down Twitter and watched the heinous things that folks are doing with the Mickey Mouse look-alike off-brands. There's some really cool ones, such as a Steamboat Willie knockoff for Kingdom Hearts, like a really interesting concept, where I'm like, this is how you should be handling this. Not
There's already like 2 or 3 horror movies.
Yeah, there's already two posters I had seen floating around. It's strange.
Like, I'm just going to address this right now. This is probably the one and only time I'm going to talk about this, because I was annoyed by how many people were talking about this less than 48 hours into the public domain of this.
Okay.
And so like I'm down to talk about it on this episode, and maybe in a couple of months when we see some of the things that are coming out from this or whatnot, we can talk about it. Then my Xbox just randomly went something. I wasn't doing anything. Oh my god, it's the bank all over again. I went to the bank today and both ATMs kept having technical issues and I had to go up to a teller.
You had to talk to a person today? Sheesh.
Yeah, I had to talk to a person and like she apologized like 4 times for the ATMs. I'm like, it's not your fault. Like you're not the ATM tech.
Unless you are, in which case, do your damn job.
Yeah, in other words, if you are, then get out from behind in that desk and get over here and fix this. Now, I was like fine that I knew people were gonna handle like do things to Steamboat Willie, like it was whatever. But like the storm that it took the internet by is fucking annoying. Like there's too much going on about it. Like I've heard more about Mickey Mouse in the last 48 hours than I have heard about Mickey Mouse in my entire 30, almost 31 years on this fucking planet.
I've heard a lot about Mickey Mouse over the course of time. I grew up with him, and yeah, I kind of concur.
Very much a Looney Tunes household.
I was kind of a both. We had all the Disney white plastic covered VHSs all lined up.
Yeah, we had those too.
As well as like all the old cartoons and the whatnots. But seeing in the last 48 hours what people would do to try and make a buck off of something that is now open market, free game, kind of sketchy. Not fun to look at. But luckily, Adidas does handshakes. They don't take things. And these shoes...
Oh, they take our money.
I mean, very inexpensive. $42 for a pair of kids' shoes that look really fucking nice. $48 for the Tracer Racers. $25 for a t-shirt, for infant toddler size, mind you. But even still, you can't get a t-shirt for $25 for a kid in today's time with Mickey Mouse on it. There's a hoodie jogger set, $75, $65 for the crew neck instead. A whole bunch of other shoe designs ranging anywhere between $33 for the halfway sandals all the way to the Superstar shoes, which are $85. There's a whole slew of Mickey Mouse branded things. Some of them look really nice. Like I would probably do the Star Wars Young Jedi looking one, just because I really like this color scheme. I never saw the cartoon, the kids show, but having that little Chewbacca looking, is it an Ewok or is it a Wookiee?
I need my stream to catch up so I can see.
Okay.
I think this one's a Wookiee.
Okay. I mean, I'd probably get this just to. I mean, it's only $32. It's sadly kids only. This seems to be that sort of thing. The Stan Smith shoes we've talked about in the past. They're pure white with the tongue having good old Mickey on it. I don't think we talked about the high rivalry shoes for the Itchy and Scratchy show. I think we had Itchy Scratchy shoes, but I don't think we ever talked about these ones that have Itchy on both. Is it Itchy or Scratchy? Who's the cat?
I would assume the cat is Scratchy, but I could very much be wrong.
But even still, Adidas really does well with minimalizing their context of their crossovers, where they don't get rid of their branding, but include the branding of, okay, here we go, Revelo Itchy. You are correct. Did it say Scratchy? It did say Scratchy. I just wasn't paying attention. Costs too much.
Fight.
Oh, that is horrifying. Oh, that is horrifying. Oh, I can't wait till you catch up. I
hate being behind. Are you talking about the shoe that is its face?
Yes.
Yes, I do not like.
Oh, I mean...
10 out of 10, don't like.
10 out of 10, don't like it either. And it's sold out. Meaning people bought this. It was on sale for $36, which kind of fair. It's very strange how it does not have the three-striped Adidas look to it. It is overly unique in that sense. That is horrifying. But Adidas does well with their crossovers, as I said. They minimize it, but they don't overdo it in most cases. They did a
I
couple
want you
things.
guys to know how much we care about bringing shoe news as part of this show. That the two of us sat here for like 30 minutes today trying to find fucking shoe news.
Yeah, and they even have a Young Spider-Man, which I think you might like. We'll wait till it catches up for you, and I'll see if I can't get you a better image of them while it's loading. Oh.
Scary shoe, scary shoe, scary shoe. That you're hovering over it. Oh, those are cute. I think those. Get those for my kid.
Yeah, $42 and sold out. Which it seems like they just had a very recent sale on these because
Yeah, I mean the fact that they're 42 is a really good price.
Just
Like
sucks that
especially because they're there for kids.
Yeah, it just sucks that they're also kids only because
Yeah.
this would have been something good to get you for Christmas.
Yeah. I need a new pair of shoes. I'm down to 2 now.
Oh.
Well, I'm down to my pair of boots, my knockoff Vans, my Spider-Man Toms. I still have my Skechers, but they're falling apart.
Skechers are slowly going down in cost. I mean, shouldn't be too bad. But go and check out Adidas.
I mean, I also have my dress shoes, but I'm not going to wear those on work.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. But go check out Adidas. As soon as you pop on the front page, you'll always see what's coming out for them. If you have a very particular shoe style in mind, go and check out their Sambas. Their Sambas look very just nice. They look very sleek. Doesn't matter the color style. Doesn't matter if it's made out of khaki or the half leatherette that they have. I like the Sambas. So go and check them out. We're not sponsored or affiliated, just letting you know.
Good question. Do you have a favorite shoe brand, and is it different than what your favorite brand was when you were a kid?
Yes. Yes and yes.
Okay.
My old style of shoe was the half boots from Vans. And
Okay.
I would always lace up those. Those would be those big old fucking honker boots half boots that I walked in with when we first met. And then as those started wearing down, I was like, my feet can't really handle them anymore. Like it's grappling on my ankles. And I was like, well, let's look at some Dr. Scholl's inserts. Pop those in. Didn't really help out much. Still felt really tight, not great. I pop over to current. I'm wearing 2 pairs of Skechers because they are fucking comfy as hell. I fucking love Skechers. I don't think I will purchase any other type of shoe now. I have my work shoes and my slip-ons for casual.
Growing up, like there was like a lot of time there where I didn't get to wear the shoes I wanted to wear, and then I started wearing Vans. And for a while there, they had the board light construction ones, and basically they were a lighter version of their Vans. They had a bigger tongue on the shoe, and I liked those. And then I kind of just switched to like just regular Vans for the longest time, and like I was kind of like loyal to Vans. Like, that was my shit. But I started to branch out, and so it's like I just kind of where I did the Spider-Man shoes from Journey for a while and whatnot. But then I started just kind of to a slip-on style of shoe. So I got a pair from Under Armour. Actually, was going out of business, and that's what started me on that. And so I've done that for my last couple of pairs of Skechers. Skechers has like one that you don't lace, you just slide on and off. It's a full shoe. It's not like a lower back or anything like that, but you slide, but like it stretches so that you can slide the shoe on and off.
Yeah.
And I really like those. But what I have found is I'm burning through them really quick because the pair that's done for, I've only had for about a year. And I feel like the other pair I had was probably about a year to a year and a half.
Well, my whole thing is if it lasts a year, it's already in a good position. But yeah, no, lasting more than a year is the hope for most of these. I can't find the slip-ons that I purchased. I can find the full black ones, I guess. Okay, please. Whatever. This one
Ow!
is.
I smacked my head on the headboard.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, thank you, Macy's, for having most of the. What the fuck? Well, even still, it's this, but with gray instead of black. Goddamn. But I love them. Love them to death. They were on sale during Black Friday, Cyber Monday? Can't recall. And I no longer want any other type of shoe. No.
We're both just, old men now that slide on our shoes. Gotcha. Mine are the ones right there. The others you might like, the top right,
Oh,
and the ones underneath it. Those are the last two pairs I did.
okay. Yeah, I could see those two being good ones, just in general.
No, the very top, and then the one underneath it, not the more middle one.
Okay. Yeah, I think. They all look good. They look fine. I would probably go. Something I've also kind of noticed: they don't do wides in the slip-ons, and that's a bit of a bummer because I have wide feet.
My tablet just died, so I'm no longer in the chat, guys. I'm sorry.
I'll keep an eye on it. Scud dupe.
I left my charger downstairs.
So the future is scary, and we're afraid of it. AI is slowly taking over certain very specific things, and CES is going to be at the end of this week on the 9th through the 12th, so it's going to run through the next podcast. The 9th will be probably all the intro and first looks of specific
I wonder
things.
how many limbs I would have to sell to get us into CES this week.
I mean, 130K attendees. Something tells me it's not that bad. Let's see. Register.
$1,700.
Let's find out. Why not?
It's $1,700.
Is it really $1,700?
Yeah.
I thought you were bluffing. That's fucking stupid.
So that's for everything. That is for all of it.
That is for all of it. But they.
No, you can get in for $350.
Oh. Okay. That still sucks, but okay.
But yeah, their deluxe conference pass is $1,700.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was a lot of
To
like
be fair, that
giveaways-
covers everything that they start doing back in December, all the way up to the stuff through the 12th.
Oh. Okay. I guess. The major thing is I would hope that there is like, lack of better words, giveaways, freebies, like little trinkets, baubles from the retailers or the
Listen, I want
exhibitionists.
$1,700 in tote bags, water cups that I'm never going to use, and bumper
Fucking-
stickers. God damn it.
Last week when we were talking about the fucking GameStop Expo, I had so much fucking posters and freebies, and I only paid $20.
I was talking to a guy today that works for GameStop about GameStop shit.
Okay.
And how I find it really funny that the Barnes & Noble out here, for some reason, has a soap dispenser in their bathroom that says Game. It's not a sticker. It's like actually part of it.
Huh.
He goes, that's hilarious. He goes, because whenever our soap dispenser breaks at work, I can't even get a new one, let alone a branded one.
Huh.
And he's like, I'm pretty sure that they probably closed the or selling. And one of the employees who's like, one of the employees was, GameStop going to Barnes & Noble.
You're doing a little bit of the cutting in and out, friend.
Am I?
Yeah.
But we've got a new internet thingy.
I think it might be your microphone.
Is that better?
A little bit.
Can everybody hear me?
I certainly can.
Can everybody see me? Please say no, because otherwise I'm going to be terrified because I'm in a room alone with cameras.
I say yes. So they have a full on fucking schedule. First thing is like trends to watch. Cool. CS unveiled. Cool. That's their day one stuff. The Monday the 8th, before all the actual things, LG is getting their first looks, and then it goes into Hisense, Bosch, the AI and entertainment, which kind of interests me because they're wanting to make 10 movies in 10 years. using the help of AI. And I'm curious if they're going to talk about that here, which I would like to see. Panasonic's doing one, Valeo's doing one, and then it just goes on and on and on. There's a lot of things to sit in on. I am curious if we're going to get a lot of the cool technology. I know we're going to get a lot of the weird stuff, and that's fine. I hope we don't hear a lot about blockchains, NFTs, cryptocurrencies. We don't need that in CES. Not this year. Leave that shit alone. Leave that shit at home. We don't need that this year. That will do us no good unless it is helping the free market. If it doesn't help in the free market, fuck off. Otherwise, they have a whole bunch of other things for 3D printed food. The future of food technology. Can you believe that?
Believe that they're going to 3D print food? Absolutely. I remember reading an article a while back where they were chicken nuggets that were actually made from meat, but no animal had to die because they were grown inside like a radioactive container or some shit. So,
Radiation.
like, obviously the food wouldn't be radiated, but like the
casing
process
itself was
or
interesting.
like I don't know the full. I don't remember the full breakdown. Like maybe it was something along the line with like the power needed or the environment created. I don't know. There was something to do with it. The whole thing was weird. But no, I'm not surprised to print food because it's a challenge. What can we 3D print and what can we AI control? Let's go.
Yeah, that's going to be all of next week, sadly. Hopefully it's a lot of cool technology in day one, and then the following week we'll probably talk a little bit more about the final words and the strange technology. I know there's going to be some weird sex shit. I know it. It's going to be weird. Yeah. Scott Dope. Pokemon Concierge dropped a couple days ago, and people are fucking loving it. And people are mad. You want to know why they're mad?
Okay. Yeah. Why are they mad?
It is only 4 episodes long, and they want more.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it's kind of understandable.
Also, I usually don't have advertisements, but thanks, Timu. It's the Pringles Man all over again.
I can't see the stream
you can't
anymore.
see the stream? It's a shirt that says "Pull Out King."
God.
And let me see, what does it say underneath it? Oh, I can't see what the fuck it says underneath it. Oh, I gotta click it. Find out what the fuck it says. Oh, Pull Out King. Timing is everything. Okay. It's fucking unhinged. But Pokemon Concierge is getting 100% from critics and 91% from the audience. Holy fucking shit. On a stop-motion Pokemon relaxation slice of life show. I'm gonna definitely dive into it probably my weekend. I'm kind of excited.
I might give it a shot. I might go on the list of things to watch.
Yeah. Scott Doop. Last little Lego tidbits. A whole bunch of very interesting collections. One that I'm kind of leaning toward, it just sucks that it's $85, and that is the Lego Marvel X-Men X-Jet building set. It's out of stock. Like, that's already a boggle to my woggle. But damn, this set looks nice. I'm trying to figure out what are all these little red dudes down here, and who that
Which
guy.
one?
These little red, they're like little red coin-looking things being dropped out of a box.
Which set was it again?
The Lego Marvel X-Men X-Jet.
Yeah, I don't know on that.
I mean, the Wolverine doesn't look half bad. I like the cute little claws they gave him.
Wolverine.
And of course you got Scott and I forget Rogue's actual name. Don't care too much about
I don't
that.
know Rogue's actual name either.
Containers for shooter studs. Okay, so they are the little coin-like things that go into the front launchers that you can launch out. That's kind of cool. But I don't know who the fuck that is. Who's this with the big old M on them? Oh, that's Magneto? What? Okay. I mean, it's not the red costume I recall from Magneto, but I guess. Huh. Okay. Has 2 stud shooters, 2 spring shooters, and 2 removable boxes inside for kids to store the studs and Wolverine's attachable claws. It is 359 pieces, $85, sold out, but there's a little waitlist thing you can talk to something about. I like old Polaroid cameras, and to be able to build one is an interesting idea. It sucks that it's not actually usable, but I get, of course, why, because it's made of Lego. But this is 1-for-1, looks like a Polaroid one-step. And they are slowly becoming back into relevancy. People are buying the new versions of these. They are making the cartridges.
They're definitely back and they're cool again.
I still don't know about the cool part, but I guess that's just me being a little uppity that we are in the technological era where we can take shit with our phone. Why do we need this? I'm here for it. 516 pieces, $80, still in stock, thankfully, and it is really kind of cute. It has the reloadable cartridge, and I believe it actually ejects the photo. Yeah, it actually ejects the photo. That's cute. It's real cute. Let's go do. Over on the icon, another one of those icons, roses. Now, we've seen flowers like this before that did not look this good. These look pretty damn fucking good for a bouquet of Lego roses. Also look a little bit hard to build, personally.
Yeah, but they're just in time for Valentine's.
Oh, yeah. And you also can select their version of bloom and how long their stems are. Okay. Features long green stems for elegant vase display. You can throw it in a fucking vase. 822 pieces, $60. Not bad. Let's go do. For those who remember us talking about it, this year, as far as Chinese New Year, is the Year of the Dragon, which is my year. And it comes out with 2 sets. The first one is this really nice looking dragon settling itself on top of a rock, holding up, I assume, a spirit stone of a sort. And I've never seen a Lego dragon like this. And I gotta say, it looks good. It looks real good. It comes with another set that is a... Let me scroll down and grab that image. It comes with another set that is... Oh, couldn't really pull it up. Like a Chinatown marketplace looking stall area. And I wouldn't mind buying both of these. Both of these look really good. This one is $90 for 1,171 pieces. Holy shit.
A lot of pieces.
That's a lot of pieces. The horrifying thing you are seeing right in front of you is Rocket Raccoon with a little baby Groot by his ankle. Pay attention to the baby Groot. This one looks a lot. It looks fine, but it looks a lot. The teeth scares me. I don't...
The teeth freaked me out when I first sent this to you.
Yeah, it comes with a nice little baby Groot that can sit on his shoulder, and I'm here for all of it, except for the teeth. I don't know why, but the teeth don't do it for me. Does the mouth close? No, it doesn't. Barely. Okay. But it's fine overall. 566 pieces for $60. And last but not least, over on the Lego website, Spider-Man's mask. I believe we talked about this one before, but it was sold out at that time.
I know we've talked about the Venom and the Carnage and the Darth Vader
Iron
and
Man.
more recently Iron Man, more recently the Wolverine, but I don't actually remember the Spider-Man mask.
Really? No, even still, it's on.
Yeah.
It's on back order, so even still, it says it will
Yeah.
ship in 60 days. $70, 487, and this mask looks pretty damn good. As far as, of course, Lego can go. Captain America's shield, Infinity Gauntlet, the Nano Gauntlet, Star-Lord's helmet. What else is there? Is there a button? There is a button. Black Panther, Princess Leia's helmet. Here we go. A whole bunch of the other Star Wars. Cody, Dark Trooper, Mandalorian, and Darth Vader. They've done a lot of helmets. Done a lot of Marvel ones as well. God damn. Don't scare me like that. That's about it. As far as, like, replica. There's the Wolverine's adamantium claws. I mean, there's Groot.
Claws are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about the Groot.
And it comes with a little cassette tape. Do you build the cassette tape?
We think so.
I wish I could zoom in. There we go. You do. You do. And it looks kind of cool. Weight, I am Groot. Height, I am Groot. Species, I am Groot. Abilities, I am Groot. Okay. Good to know, Groot.
I am Groot.
476 pieces for $55 on that one. But that's all I got for today. Was there any last minute things we had to talk about? Yeah, you are Groot.
Hi. I'm Groot. No, I mean, we kind of mentioned the idea of like talking about like is there anything like that we were excited for, but you didn't really have any.
I'm very reserved right now. Just because I'm having fun with what just came out and also Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to set my expectations too high. And I'm going to probably purchase a fight stick in the near future and play some Tekken 8, try and get back into my roots. I have a little bit, short-sightedness for my future. Like, it's not too far into the future I'm looking for. If I want... Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. If I went further than, let's say, February 10th, then that's things I'm excited for, but I'm still just gonna wait for it. So it's not that I'm not excited. I don't know the proper verbiage for it because I'm excited, but I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not tapping my finger against a table, waiting specifically for it. You feel?
Yeah, I guess I get that. I have one thing that I'm definitely excited for and can't wait for it to come out this year, and that's the new Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, when is that?
Oh, I think that's towards the end of the year, sadly.
Really?
Let me see. Ghostbusters. Frozen. Empire. Oh no, it's sooner than that. March 20th. I don't know why I thought this came out a lot later than that.
Okay, that's not too far off.
No. Yeah, I think that's the big one this year that I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm sure there will be some Marvel projects I'll get more hyped for as I see more stuff for them. We're still a long way out on anything Star Wars movie based, So yeah, I think that's like my big one for the year right now.
Tekken 8's gonna be fun. All right, then I'll do our rundown. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check out our links down in the description for Temu. Zenny, get you some cheap glasses, and Humble Bundle, of course, go and help out some good old charities. Remember to check down there as well for our socials. I've been on there recently doing a lot of reblogging. Made a very quick mention about how The Rock's returning is almost like WWE doesn't know what to do with any of their current stars, but I digress. And at the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please, please love one another. It is absolutely free to do. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I'm tired of working graveyard.